an IELTS trainer. So this is all my introduction all about. And today I would first of all, before I start with anything, I thank Neeta ma'am to give me an opportunity to be with you and give us a session on spoken English and phonics. So before we start with anything, is first tell me that everybody is comfortable with English language?
Yes, ma'am.
Or you want me to be a little bit with Hindi, Marathi also at the same time?
Hindi, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Hindi and English.
Hindi and English. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So आज का सेशन हमको पता है किस बारे में है, right? It is regarding English. पहले तो हम इंग्लिश पे फोकस करेंगे और बाद में हम देखेंगे फोनिक्स क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है. पहले हम लोग देखेंगे कि इंग्लिश व्हाई इज इट इम्पोर्टेंट. क्या आप में से कोई बता सकता है कि इंग्लिश क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है? Why English is important? क्यों English is, see, this is going to be an interactive session, right? And I want everybody to interact with me in whatever language you are comfortable with, right? So I would like to know from you all why English is important. English कशासाठी important आहे किंवा English कशाला शिकलं पाहिजे, काय गरज आहे, नेसेसिटी काय आहे इंग्लिशची?
So, hi ma'am, I'm Harsha. And I feel English is important because as Britishers have ruled multiple countries all over the world, and now it has become a central common language to connect with each other. So it is good if we know English.
Okay.
So it is a language that has been spread worldwide, and it can be a common language to communicate.
Right. Yes, Harsha. Yesterday I had been attending the time management also with Pooja ma'am, and thanks for being again for the session. And even Amruta ma'am was there for the session yesterday. So thank you ma'am for being there. Amruta ma'am, तुम्ही सांगा की कशाला इंग्लिश शिकलं पाहिजे किंवा आलं कशाला पाहिजे?
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm all over India, all over world में English ही language प्रिपेयर की जाती है और वो ज्यादा समझ आती है लोगों को. हमें कंफर्टेबल होता है अगर कहीं हम आउट ऑफ स्टेट, आउट ऑफ इंडिया जाए तो वो लैंग्वेज आए ना तो हम अपना कुछ भी काम कर सकते हैं. इंग्लिश आना ही चाहिए. हाँ,
तो इसके लिए इंग्लिश आना चाहिए. Anybody else? Aarti Shinde, Vinod Kumar, Poonam, anybody would like to answer? Why English is important? Nobody? Okay, जैसे कि हर्षा ने और अमृता मैम ने बताया कि इंग्लिश आनी चाहिए क्योंकि एक इंटरनेशनल लैंग्वेज बनी है और अगर हमको बाहर गांव जाना है तो हमको लैंग्वेज आना ही आना है, right? But is it only because of going abroad? Is it that only abroad जाने के लिए तुमको इंग्लिश सीखना है? Yes, Harsha. Is it like only if you want to travel abroad or if you get an opportunity to be abroad, only then is it necessary for you to know the language, or in India also it has become an important language? What do you say?
Of course, in India also it has become very important because in India also it has become a common language to communicate, not only just worldwide, but in India also ऐसा है कि ऐसा हो गया है कि हम देवनागरी बाद में पढ़ते हैं और इंग्लिश पहले पढ़ते हैं because it has become easy. It's one of the easy language to learn also, so that's why it has become a common central.
वेरी गुड, वेरी नाइस. बट हमने ये भी देखा है कि आजकल एक इट्स बिकम एन हैबिट फॉर एवरीवन टू गेट देयर चाइल्ड्स एडमिशन इन इंटरनेशनल स्कूल्स, राइट? हर कोई बच्चा इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में जाना चाहता है, इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल में जाना चाहता है, क्योंकि उनके पेरेंट्स मराठी मीडियम या हिंदी मीडियम से पढ़े हुए हैं और अपने माँ बाप चाहते हैं कि भाई हमारा बच्चा इंग्लिश में जाए, हाँ इंग्लिश पढ़े। तो उसके लिए आपको ऐसे लगता है कि आपको भी इंग्लिश आना जरूरी है, या सिर्फ आपके बच्चों को ही इंग्लिश स्कूल में भेज दिया तो बस मेरा ड्रीम, आई वॉज इन दैट ड्रीम कि मेरा ड्रीम था कि भाई मेरा बच्चा इंग्लिश स्कूल में पढ़े और माई ड्रीम इज फुलफिल्ड, ऐसा भी है?
नहीं नहीं, हमें भी इंग्लिश आना ही चाहिए मैम।
एग्जैक्टली, आपको भी इंग्लिश आना चाहिए क्योंकि
हाँ,
एक बेसिक रीजन है बच्चों का होमवर्क।
या आई
स्कूल
नो।
में टीचर जो बोलती है, क्योंकि आजकल बहुत सारे स्कूल्स में इंग्लिश हैज बिकम एन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लैंग्वेज। मीटिंग्स में दे चेक विद द पेरेंट्स कि उनको कितना इंग्लिश आता है, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग।
या
होता है
यू
ऐसे
आर राइट
स्कूल में
मैम।
टीचर्स बोलती है कि नहीं हमारे साथ इंग्लिश में ही आपको बात करना है। जहाँ पे इंटरनेशनल स्कूल्स, बड़े बड़े स्कूल्स है, वहां पे कंपलसरी किया गया है कि पेरेंट्स ने टीचर्स के साथ इंग्लिश में ही बात करना है। यस और नो? So that is the
यस
reason.
मैम।
That is also one reason, not that only because it's become an international language or it is an international language and you need it for everything. No, even in India now it has become compulsory for everyone to speak with the language. So what efforts are you taking for learning the language? Can I know from you all? Can I know from you all? एक एक जन क्या मुझे बोल सकते हो आप इंग्लिश सीखने के लिए क्या एफर्ट्स ले रहे हो?
Reading.
I would like everybody to
We can read the newspapers,
write.
Read.
news we can listen.
Mm-hmm. और
Ma'am, through storybooks also.
sorry.
Storybooks, ma'am. Storybooks.
Yes, you
बच्चों के
can
जो
read
storybooks
storybooks.
होते हैं.
Right, correct. You all can read storybooks. So now you tell me, now you all are telling me reading newspapers, reading storybook. Is it enough? वो क्या काफी है reading newspaper और storybook? चलो storybook का example लेते हैं कि storybook read किया है, क्या वो काफी है या उसके अलावा भी कुछ और करना चाहिए?
एक्चुअली खुद को मतलब अगर आना है हमें तो डेली बात करना पड़ेगा इंग्लिश में. ट्राई टू
Exactly.
स्पीक इन इंग्लिश.
You have to try to speak. It is not only about reading. It is about having a daily practice with the language. It's not only reading. आप रीड कर रहे हो लेकिन आपको वो जो रीड किया है कितना समझ में आया है वो भी आपको समझ में आना चाहिए ना, कि सामने वाले को बोलना चाहिए। आपके बच्चे हैं, जैसे स्टोरी बुक्स आप रीड करते हैं, न्यूज़पेपर की तो बात अलग है, बट इफ यू आर रीडिंग अ स्टोरी you can tell the story to your kids in your own ways, in your own way that you have understood. So then that you will come to know like okay how much good I am with the language. और कभी कभार हमने बच्चे ही हमको बोलते नहीं ये ऐसा नहीं ऐसा बोलना है, because this is what my experience is. ये मैंने मेरे खुद के एक्सपीरियंस से भी देखा है कि इतने साल का एक्सपीरियंस है टीचिंग फील्ड में, कि बच्चा कभी कभी मम्मी मम्मी या डैडी को ही बोल देता है कि ये ऐसा नहीं है ये ऐसा है, मेरे टीचर ने ऐसे बताया है, इसके लिए आपको ऐसा बात करना है। एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव फाउंड इन माय थ्रू आउट माय करियर इन टीचिंग फील्ड व्हेन आई वाज इन स्कूल्स एंड कॉलेजेस। सो ऐसा भी हुआ है कि पेरेंट्स भी आके मेरे सामने बोल के गए हैं कि मैम हमको इंग्लिश नहीं आता है। वन एक्सपीरियंस विद दैट आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर कि हमको इंग्लिश आता नहीं, क्योंकि पेरेंट्स तो सीधा बोल देते हैं बच्चों के सामने कि नहीं हमको कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, बस बच्चा पढ़ते रहता है और हम लोग हमारा काम करते हैं। जैसे कि कल पूजा मैम ने भी बताया कि मम्मीज का एक रहता है कि भाई तू इधर पढ़ाई कर और मुझे इधर खाना बनाने दे, एंड एवरीथिंग हैपेंस लाइक दैट। बट इसमें क्या होता है, द चाइल्ड कम्स टू नो कि मेरे पेरेंट्स को इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, या उनको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि एग्जैक्टली क्या करवाना है या कैसे करवाना है, राइट? सो बच्चा क्या करता है, ही स्टार्ट्स गोइंग राउंड द बुश, टेकिंग यू ऑल फॉर ग्रांटेड कि नहीं मम्मी ये ऐसा ही है, नहीं मम्मी ये ऐसे। और थोड़े दिनों के बाद आपको मालूम हो जाता है कि नहीं ये एक्चुअली जो बच्चा कर रहा था वो गलत है, और फिर आपको तब समझ में आता है कि नहीं, मुझे करना चाहिए था, मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आ रहा था, मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, इसके लिए बच्चे ने गलत किया। अगर मुझे ये लैंग्वेज आती या तो मुझे कुछ समझ में आता तो मैं जरूर ये बात उसको ठीक से समझा पाती थी। सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर every mother and every parent to know this language, at least when your child is in the school, and this will help you all every day. Like who said, I don't know, but it's reading could help you all. What else can help you all? What else? Reading newspapers, stories, and what else? What is the other thing that can help you all with the language?
Ma'am, we should think on English only. We should
Sorry,
think. We should think in
we
our
should
mind.
think.
We should think in
Okay.
English.
One
And
example for thinking.
thinking means general जो
Thinking in English.
हाँ, thinking English means general जो हमारा रहता है ओवरऑल जो मदर टंग में जो हम थिंक करते हैं वो इजीली जैसे आउटपुट उसका आता है वैसे इंग्लिश में अगर थिंक करेंगे तो वी कैन स्पीक फ्लुएंटली
You can speak fluently if you start thinking.
and there are some YouTube
मदद में
channels.
सोचना नहीं है.
There are some YouTube channels. We can go through that.
ओके, लेकिन एक एग्जांपल दो तो मुझे भी समझ में आएगा कि थिंक कैसे करना है इंग्लिश में.
So I think what she means to say is, ma'am, that if we listen, as she mentioned, YouTube, so we can watch multiple some YouTube content in English, whether it is
Okay.
videos, movies, or something, and maybe she can try to उस context को वो जान के then try to translate it on a paper or think and then write it on a paper on her own terms. So maybe that can be also one way to learn English
Okay.
on our own.
Okay. I could like to put some sparkle on your things, what you said. Like, I think you are from the very beginning from English medium school,
Yes, yes.
right? So you never got a chance to think in English. I can say that. And whereas Amruta ma'am, आपकी पढ़ाई इंग्लिश मीडियम से हुई है, मराठी मीडियम से या इंग्लिश हिंदी मीडियम से? इंग्लिश मीडियम से.
मैं मराठी मीडियम से ही पढ़ी हूँ.
मराठी मीडियम से पढ़े हो, राइट. अभी मैं आपसे एग्जांपल लेना चाहूंगी, जब आपको इंग्लिश में बात करना पड़ता है या कभी ऐसे चांस मिले इंग्लिश में बात करने के लिए, आप पहले क्या करोगे?
पहले तो मैं बच्चों के स्कूल में अभी जाती हूँ ना, तो मैं समझ पाती हूँ उनकी लैंग्वेज, लेकिन बोल नहीं पाती उनकी तरह.
एग्जैक्टली.
हाँ.
जैसे अभी हर्षा ने बताया कि बोलना है, यूट्यूब है, सब कुछ है.
हाँ.
जैसे अभी एक एग्जांपल आपको और एक एग्जांपल हर्षा का, कि हर्षा पहले से ही इंग्लिश मीडियम में पढ़ी है, इसके लिए उसको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि वो
हमें सोचना पड़ता है
लैंग्वेज की तरफ. आपके केस में आपको क्या होता है? हाँ, मुझे टीचर जो बोलती है वो समझ में आ रहा है, बच्चे जो बोल रहे हैं समझ में, मैं आंसर्स ले पाती हूँ, या तो बच्चे बात कर रहे तो वो मैं समझ पाती हूँ, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूँ. क्योंकि आपको जब बात करने का टाइम आता है तब आप क्या करते हो? पहले आप आपके मदर टंग में सोचना स्टार्ट करते हो, राइट? फिर उसको आप ट्रांसलेट करते हो इंग्लिश में, और जब आपको इंग्लिश में बात करने का रहता है फिर आप सोचने लगते हो कि मैं कौन से टेंस में बात करूं. करेक्ट? ऐसे होता है.
ऐसे ही
होना ही चाहिए. ये मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. क्योंकि तुम डायरेक्ट जो भी इंग्लिश, हिंदी या मराठी मीडियम से पढ़े हैं वो डायरेक्टली नहीं सोच पाते हैं इंग्लिश में, उनको टाइम लगता है. जब आप सोचने लगते हो तो तब तुम्हारी गाड़ी इधर ही अटक जाती है, मैं कौन सा टेंस में यूज करूं, या मैं इधर इज लगाऊं या वॉज लगाऊं या ईडी लगाऊं या आईएनजी लगाऊं, इसमें सब तुम्हारी गाड़ी अटक जाती है. एंड देन देयर इज अ बिग थिंग कि इंग्लिश इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट लैंग्वेज. But mind it, English is not a difficult language. English is just a language like Hindi and Marathi and other languages of your mother tongue. It is only a matter of practice. As you all said, you should start thinking in English. Yes, it is a very correct way. You start thinking in English. As yesterday it was being told, 21 days. Give yourself 21 days for the practice and you will see the change. Maybe not a very big change, but yes, you will see some changes in you all. Start thinking, छोटे छोटे चीजों से स्टार्ट करना सीखो। कि अभी आप रात को सोते वक्त जब बोलते हो कि भाई मुझे सुबह 6 बजे उठना है, ये तुम्हारे तुम हिंदी या मराठी में या तुम्हारे मदर टंग में सोचते हो, राइट? इंस्टेड ऑफ थिंक दिस वे, स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि सिंपल सेंटेंस में आई वांट टू वेक अप अर्ली, आई वांट टू वेक अप अर्ली। ये थोड़ा सोच तुम बदलने की कोशिश करो। 21 days
Okay.
time management, right? So because I'm a soft skill trainer also, so everything I know. So 21 days you can give yourself, and there you can see your
Ma'am, your voice is break.
it's yeah, now you can hear me.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So this is how you have to start thinking. First sentence, small sentence, I want to wake up early. I want to cook my tiffin, I mean my kids' tiffin. I want to wake them up. ये छोटा छोटा sentences से जब तुम लोग start करोगे, grammar, no grammar. I am not talking about grammar. I am just focusing on sentences. फिर आप एक फूल देखो, फूल को थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश में सोचने की देखो कि this is a rose flower. The color is red, it is a nice flower. बस काफी है। 3-5 सेंटेंसेस दिन में सोच लिया, बहुत है। वही जो सोचा है वो बात करने की कोशिश करो। स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली देन मूविंग टुवर्ड्स ग्रामर। ग्रामर की तरफ एकदम से जाओगे तो दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प यू ऑल। Small sentences, easy sentences, without ing, without ed, simple sentences, एकदम simple. This will help you all in 21 days. तुम्हारी सोच जो है, तुम्हारा जो thinking है, it will start getting towards the language. जब सोच तुम्हारी language की तरफ जाएगी, then you will start automatically speaking in English. And as the answer has come from your end only, about reading storybooks and about reading the newspaper, try to make a note of the words whichever you are finding it new. जो vocabularies तुम्हारे पास नहीं है, वो vocabularies आप note down करने की कोशिश करो, क्योंकि अपने पास जितना भी रहता है वो कम ही रहता है, right? So that will help you all to have a list of vocabularies. और वो जो vocabularies आपने जो list down किया है, try to make sentences on that. Try to make sentences on that so that will help you कि oh मैंने ये type का sentence बनाया था, and try to get it corrected with somebody who is very good with the language. And then that's how your language interest towards your language will also increase, and then you will get that confidence towards English language, instead of saying that English is a very difficult language. English is not a difficult language at all. ये हमने ही उसको difficult बनाया है हमारी सोच से कि नहीं, इंग्लिश में बहुत कुछ ऐसा है और बहुत डिफिकल्ट लैंग्वेज है और मुझे नहीं आता है, मुझे सीखना है लेकिन मुझे नहीं आता है, बस रहने दो, जो सामने से बात किया नहीं किया मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता। फर्क पड़ता है, बहुत फर्क पड़ता है जब अपना खुद का बच्चा इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल में जाता है और अपने को समझ में नहीं आता है। That time it is the biggest loss for us for not knowing the language. So English is not only important for us to be in a workplace or going abroad, or no, it is important in our daily life. डेली लाइफ के लिए भी तुमको इम्पोर्टेंट है। एक सिंपल फॉर्म भी भरना है तो पहले आपको बोलते हैं कि इंग्लिश में फॉर्म भरो, और जैसे ही आपको इंग्लिश, सामने वाले को इंग्लिश नहीं आता है लेकिन वो आपको बोलेगा कि अरे तुमको इंग्लिश नहीं आता है क्या, सिंपल तो है, इधर आपका नाम लिखना है, इधर ये करना है, इधर वो करना है, बस हो गया। इतना सिंपल भी आपको नहीं आता है। होता है या नहीं होता है? ऐसे बहुत बार होता है, राइट? वो सामने वाले प्यून को भले इंग्लिश नहीं आए, वो भले कभी स्कूल में भी नहीं गया हो, या स्कूल में भी गया हो तो 5वीं 6th स्टैंडर्ड 7th स्टैंडर्ड तक गया हो, और वो सामने से आपको ही बोलता है, आप जहाँ से ग्रेजुएट हो, डबल ग्रेजुएट हो, बट सिर्फ सिंपल थिंग्स आपको नहीं आ रहा है, अटक जा रहे हो इंग्लिश में, राइट? और तब बहुत बुरा लगता है कि सामने वाले ने मुझे ऐसे बोला और हेल्प तो किया ही नहीं, उल्टा मुझे ही सुना के गया कि अरे तुमको इतना सिंपल नहीं आता है, और आप उसको पूछो कि मुझे भर के देगा, नहीं मुझे कौन सा आता है पढ़ने को, लेकिन मुझे ये मालूम है कि यहाँ यहाँ ये ऐसे भरना है। ऐसे बहुत बार होता है, बहुत सारे ऑफिसेज में देखा गया है, and that is the reason why people are learning English now. I would request everyone, even I'm an English trainer, I'm joined with Neeta ma'am. Anytime for the English, I am there to have a communications, okay, to fill in your communication gap between you and English. I can build a bridge so that English becomes a good language for you all, easy language for you all, okay, that is there. So I think English is okay with everyone. Have you all understood English, why English is important? Because I want to move to the next.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Right? Any questions related to English?
No, ma'am.
No, koi bhi
No.
nahi. English is okay. Why you have to learn English? And even I think the teachers, one more point I would like to focus on this is like, I would like the teachers to be more with the language. Because I can see one school over there. Teachers should also be with the language, because students, the kids, they always imitate the teacher. Whatever the teacher says is the last full stop for them. तो फिर भगवान भी आके उनको कुछ भी बोल के जाए तो वो सुनने वाले नहीं, क्योंकि मेरे टीचर ने मुझे ऐसे बताया है. So I would request the teachers to be with the language in the class with the students. I know the students are very small. Initially, they won't understand the language, whatever you are speaking with them, because they are very much used to their mother tongue language or Hindi and Marathi. But make it a point that most of the time speak with the kids in the class in English, so that automatically when they are in the school, when their surrounding is completed with the language, their language becomes very easy for them. And then they become more friends with the language instead of getting far away. Hindi Marathi तो कोई भी बात कर लेगा, उसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. English भी सब जन बात कर सकेंगे, unless and until you keep it up, make it a practice of getting into the language, right? क्योंकि कोई भी पैदा होते से ही हमको नहीं मालूम था कि हमको इंग्लिश बात करना है या मराठी बात करना है या हिंदी बात करना है या कन्नड़ बात करना है, कि किसी को मालूम था ऐसे कुछ नहीं. हम लोग जैसे ही फैमिलीज में आए, बात करने लगे, मम्मी डैडी रिलेटिव जब हमारे, तब हमको मालूम पड़ा कि हमारी लैंग्वेज कौन सी है. स्कूल में गए तब हमको मालूम पड़ा कि हमको कौन से लैंग्वेज में पढ़ना है. सराउंडिंग्स ऑल्सो मेक अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस. द लैंग्वेज व्हाट यू स्पीक इन द हाउस मेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस, राइट? सो दे माहौल जो रहता है, अगर तुमने क्लास में भी ये माहौल क्रिएट करते हो कि नहीं हमको इंग्लिश में ही बात करना है, तो that will be an automatic practice for the students also from a very early age, whether it is a playgroup child or whether it is a nursery child or to whatever level the child is. So automatically when the words are there, and that is the time when the child start thinking in the language. कि ओके मेरे टीचर ने आओ को बोला कम हियर, एक्शन से बात करो, कम, गो, सिट, स्टैंड, टेक, it will take time, but make it a point to be with the students also in English language. So then slowly and gradually they start coming up towards the language. So language is okay, fine. Any questions for the language? This was the point that I wanted to focus on English, especially for the mummies and for the teachers. Anything else you all want to ask me for English? So English part is clear. Can we move towards the next part of our session?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why everybody is hiding their faces, beautiful faces? Are you feeling shy? Yes, that's good. Okay. Now coming to phonics. Wow, nice to see everyone. Hello again, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay. Coming to phonics. Now, what is phonics? Who can tell me what is phonics? Phonics क्या है?
Vowels and consonants.
Sorry?
Vowels and consonants.
Okay. What else is phonics? Phonics और क्या है? और क्या है phonics?
Ma'am, phonics means the sound which we bring out through the alphabets.
It's a sound towards the alphabet.
Alphabet.
Correct. It's a sound towards the alphabets. Now, can you all tell me why should we learn phonics, or why should we teach the kids phonics, or why phonics is important in school? Why?
मैम बिकॉज
Yes.
अगर हम लोग फोनिक्स के थ्रू साउंड के थ्रू पढ़ाएंगे बच्चों को तो वो लोग इजीली लेटर्स को पहचानेंगे। जैसे ए, तो हम लोग ए का फोनिक्स बहुत डिफरेंट होता है। एप्पल में ए आएगा तो उसको डिफरेंट डिफरेंट हर जगह ए का साउंड चेंजेस होता है, तो बच्चों को उस साउंड से पकड़ में आएगा हम लोग फोनिक्स क्यों यूज करते हैं।
ओके। और क्या है? बस इतना ही है? Phonics is a very vast subject. What you said is correct. Absolutely fine. I agree with your point. Anamika, I absolutely agree with your point. See, phonics, I can say, like you all said, it is the sounds of the alphabets. Each letters has its own sounds, where it is very necessary for the child to recognize the alphabets. For the recognition of the alphabets, the sounds are there. The phonic sounds are there, right? But
Yes.
major thing, what happens with the sound? With phonics is what happens?
They know
Okay.
how to make small
Yeah,
small
phonics.
words.
अभी phonics सीखने के बाद क्या होता है? What happens?
How to make small words, ma'am. Math.
Sorry?
Small words, 3-letter words, 2-letter words for the kids. They will join the words and make new words.
Exactly. Now, either Hamara, again moving, you will say that ma'am is again getting back to time management, where I have to do nothing with time management. But still, yes, everything is connected with each other. So I am again moving little bit towards time management. हमारा टाइम सेव होता है जब बच्चा या हमको फोनिक्स आता है, हमारा टाइम सेव होता है। वो कैसे सेव होता है कि जैसे अनामिका ने बताया कि एवरी लेटर हैज इट्स साउंड। तो जब हमको बच्चे को 2-letter वर्ड्स बताना है तो टीचर्स यूजुअली स्कूल में क्या करते हैं, बच्चों को 2-letter वर्ड्स देना है तो ए एम एम ए एन एन ए टी एट ये तुझे ए एम एम लिखना है, ए एन एन लिखना है, ए टी एट लिखना है, एक साथ 3 वर्ड्स देते हैं, लाइन मार के देते हैं, पूरा पेज करना है। दिस इज द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ द टीचर्स, right? Nobody can say no, because I have been also working as a teacher and I have seen this, and I've also already been training teachers also for the same. So इसमें क्या होता है, बच्चे को मालूम नहीं है, बच्चे को मालूम है कि टीचर ने ये 3 वर्ड्स दिया है, किसको क्या बोलना है मालूम नहीं है, and teachers they don't focus on the phonics. But nowadays it's been practiced, it's been seen that phonics is taken care of, where the student has to know the phonics and where the teacher should also be very good at phonics. But I can say 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line ऐसा नहीं था। Phonics was there, but it was not into that much of practice के compulsory ऐसा नहीं था कि हाँ phonics आता है, क्या है phonics मालूम नहीं है, लेकिन phonics आता है। ये क्या है, ए टी एट है, ए एम एन है, ए एम एम है, ए एन एन है, बस हो गया phonics नहीं। और बच्चे को बोलते हैं, एंड देन डिक्टेशन वाले टाइम क्या होता है, जब टीचर 2-letter वर्ड्स की डिक्टेशन देती है, अरे तुम्हारे बच्चे को आता ही नहीं है, क्यों नहीं आता है? बिकॉज दैट बच्चा इज लाइक टीचर ने दिया है लिखने को और बच्चा सिर्फ लिख रहा है, मम्मी ने बोला अरे तुझे होमवर्क कंप्लीट करना है कर, इट हैपेंस। एंड बच्चे को एम मालूम है, एट मालूम है, एन मालूम है, इज मालूम है, लेकिन वेयर इज दैट वर्ड उसको नहीं मालूम है। So phonics will help you all alphabet by alphabet, letter by letter, to understand the alphabet, to recognize the alphabet. जैसे कि मुझे am बोलना है, if you are saying it a, okay, say it 10 times, say it a, okay, now write a को कौन सा letter लिखोगे? Okay, a, so what is that letter? M. So now you read this word a, am. Same thing happens with the 3-letter words also. But is it only with 2-letter words and 3-letter words, or more than that also? ये तो हो गया LKG UKG की बात के, ओके, इनको यहाँ तक ही हमको करना है. But does phonics stop over here, or it is vast? Yes, Harsha, is it stopping there, or is it vast?
No, it is, of course, it is vast when it comes to more than 2 letters, 3-letter, 10-letter words, and when they start forming their own spellings with the phonics sounds, then actually the game comes.
Exactly. But then, how about knowing the silent sounds, the hard sounds, the long sounds?
Yes,
Does it
yes.
come under phonics, or it doesn't come under phonics?
Yeah, it of course comes under phonics only. So where we have to
Right.
decide
Yes, Anamika,
silence.
just to put a more brightness on your sentence, on your word, it is not only for 2-letter, 3-letter words, but it is also for big words where
ma'am.
they are with soft sounds, hard sounds, the double sounds, right? The long sound that we
Yes,
say as
ma'am.
ooh,
Ooh,
that o. Apple. You only give an example of apple.
yes,
So
ma'am.
apple has to be. E is
Yes,
silent.
Silent.
E
Yes,
is
ma'am.
silent. Right? So
Yes, ma'am.
see, there are many things where you can learn into phonics. Phonics will not stop in half an hour's time, or no. It is again a very vast lesson or very vast session to be completed, where we always learn in our different sessions of our class. Even we have not learned phonics in 1 year's time, right? We have not learned 1 year. Our teachers, if you'll remember, if you're 30 years down the line, you will remember your teachers telling you all when they are giving your dictation, see, listen to my words, listen to me what I'm trying to say. And that time it was the way that they used to take phonics. They used to not say it in phonics, they used to say it's like sounds. Listen to my sound, what I'm saying. Understand what I am saying. And then write the spelling. See, I'm telling you, a, p, p, u. They used to say it like that. So then when they're saying it a, then we are writing as a. Then when they're saying one time p, then we are writing as p. So it's continued in that way. But now it has been, when it comes to grammar and everything, then it is so many things, short sounds, long sounds, digraph, this graph, that graph. So many things are there. But I would like to focus on basic things with the phonics sessions, because we have small kids at the moment. So 2-letter, 3-letter words for them is more than sufficient. Even if they are comfortable with this sound, that can help them. Again, coming towards the time consuming, they don't have to sit and write 10 times, because the phonics is very fast for them. The phonics is in their mind, the phonics is on the tip of their tongue. And when the moment you say the word to them, or you say the letter or any word to them, it becomes easy for them to pen it down. You say bah, okay, they write it B. You say pah, they write P. Make it a practice for them initially with single alphabets, single letters. And then make it a practice slowly and gradually going towards 2-letter words, then 3-letter words. Then I would say the oo sound, the p sound, which has two alphabets with them. So they become a long sound. And short sounds is hat, bat, mat, cat, single letter sounds. Or you can also teach them in different ways, as the alphabets are divided into vowels and consonants. I think they are divided with vowels and consonants, right? Agree? 5 vowels and how many consonants? How many consonants? 20?
21.
21.
Okay. Paka?
Pakka,
Right.
ma'am.
Paka. Okay. So it is like the ending words like ed, ag. If these sounds are also clear with them, if these sounds are clear with them, that will also help the child to save his time in learning the spellings. नहीं तो टीचर्स क्या बोलते हैं, 5 टाइम लिख, 10 टाइम लिख, एंड देन बच्चा लिख रहा है और हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, बोल के लिख, BAG बैग, BAG बैग, BAG बैग, BAG बैग, BED बेड, BED बेड, BED बेड। अरे लेकिन बच्चे का माइंड किधर है? वो लिख रहा है और वो कुछ बोल रहा है, वो लिखता है BAT बैट, बोल रहा है बेड, and everything is mismatch, right? So I would suggest you all, along with the phonics, have some small, what you say, drawings of the words that you all are telling the child. So that will help the child to recollect whatever is being told. Like अगर आप bat सिखाना चाहते हो बच्चे को, so let the picture of the bat be, let the image of the bat be when you are teaching the child bat along with the sound. Either you teach him AT has a at and adding just B, or you teach the child B at, both the sides are same. Many of them follow the other way. Many of them follow B plus A plus T, then that becomes bat, or B plus AT becomes bat, right? So it's your way how you get into it and your method, whatever you follow, but follow it in a right way. And I would always suggest you all have a image with it. बैग सिखा रहे हो, थोड़ा सा बैग का पिक्चर रहने दो, क्योंकि बच्चा जो देखेगा वही समझेगा और वही माइंड में रखेगा. जस्ट लेट इट नॉट बी वर्बली. यस हर्षा, आई कांट हियर यू. अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ. Unmute.
No, actually, we two teachers are sitting and listening to your lecture. So we are discussing among us and what you are telling us so rightly. Yes, because what you were telling was very correct, because pictures are the most like format of the memory that gets stored into the format. So that's what we were discussing.
It's storage for them. You see, you
Yeah.
listen, and you remember. Only you
Remember.
hear, you don't remember. But you
Remember.
see, you listen, and it's
I
there.
remember.
It is there
Yeah.
in their mind for the throughout their life. They will not forget it. They will not forget in their lifetime. And even if somebody will try to correct them, they will say, no, मेरी teacher ने मुझे ऐसे ही बताया है. So I will follow this only.
Yes, yes,
Let
yes.
there be anybody then. मैंने वही बोला, भगवान भी आके उनको बोलेगा कि नहीं भाई, ये तेरी टीचर ने ऐसे नहीं बताया है, ऐसे बताया है, तो तुमको ऐसे ही करना है. तो वो बोलेगा नहीं, मेरी टीचर इज करेक्ट. Then they will fight for you all. Because this I have experienced. This I have experienced when I was in Mozambique as a teacher and teaching them sounds and other things, working on them. So this I have experienced. And whenever the mother or the father or the parent or anybody in the house used to try to tell the child or explain the child, no, it is not like this. It has to be like this. मेरे टीचर ने ऐसे ही बोला है. Even with like just moving out of the box, like teaching when it comes to maths, when you're drawing the objects, if once we tell them to draw a circle and make a small line and that becomes a ball, and then you have to draw a ball, but then the child will do what? For all the numbers, the child will draw a ball only. Why? Because the teacher has told. But if the teacher is telling them for every number you can have a different object, then the child will listen to you. And this experience was with me because a parent had come to me saying over there, मैम ये मैं उसको बोलती हूँ कि थोड़ा अलग अलग ऑब्जेक्ट्स ड्रॉ करे या अलग अलग कुछ करे, लेकिन बच्चा मुझे बोलता है कि नहीं, टीचर ने मुझे सर्कल ड्रॉ करके उसमें एक लाइन करने को बोला है, तो मैं वैसे ही कर, सारे नंबर्स को वैसे ही करूंगा, भले वो 2 हो 5 हो 7 हो, मैं सारे नंबर्स को 7 बॉल 5 बॉल 2 बॉल ऐसे ही निकालूंगा, मैं दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट्स नहीं निकालूंगा. So then I had to explain the child, no, you can, if you can draw different objects, then you can get into. Then the teaching aid I showed him, which was made in the class with different things. See how I have made a teaching aid, how I have made a chart with different objects. For 1 is a tree, for 2 is a leaf, for 3 is an apple. So you can make it in different ways. तब वो दिमाग में जाके बैठ गया कि okay, apart from this I can have this also. So teachers are the last for them, first and the last for them. Whatever, even if the teaching comes from the house, but still when it comes to school, it's my teacher who has told me and it's my teacher who is going to, बस मेरे टीचर ने मुझे बोला है तो मुझे यही करना है, इससे आगे मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगा जब तक मुझे टीचर नहीं बोलेगी. So I think Harsha, you must also be having this experience. Would you like to share with us something about it?
Oh, I ever not, but recently what you said was कि अभी recent experience था मेरी बेटी ने बोला है कि मुझे टीचर ने ये मैथ्स का कैलकुलेशन ऐसे ही करने सिखाया. I was like, no, बेटा, you can also try this method. I was trying to explain it so that I made a work कि नहीं, इसको ऐसे भी किया जा सकता है, लेकिन उसको सुनना ही नहीं था. So then when actually the answer came, it was I know. ठीक है, अब
Right.
आपको जो सही लगता है करो.
Exactly.
वो होता है.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even in phonics, you can say the same thing. Like again, coming to the word bat, as I said, you can teach the child B plus AT, like B and at, because they already know 2-letter words. But if the mother is saying no, it is B at, it is BAT. No, my teacher has taught me B and at, that makes bat. So you don't tell me anything. But if we try to teach the students in both the ways, it is like this also correct and it is like this also correct, because end word is going to be the same. So that will be very much clear with the child, and it will be in his mind fixed. Instead of teaching him only one method or teaching the child only one method, you can have different ways of getting into the phonics and making it more easy so that the child can remember, that they can remember it in the way they want to. I can say it's not only one method that you want the child to be, keeping it in mind. No, जो तुमने पढ़ा है उसमें से भी तुम लोग कुछ innovations कर सकते हो, because everybody are teachers, everybody is creative. I suppose nowadays everybody has become very creative. Everybody has a good thinking power. So you can have your own ways to. This is just like to show the way to the child to, okay, this is how the phonics is. And as we said, phonics is going to help the child to recognize the alphabets, recognize the words. But along with this, what is going to happen? He will start reading small words, small sentences. And that happiness in the child is going to be more, because the child is now able to read. He is able to understand the small, small sentences. And that happiness you can see on the child's face when he is thorough with the basic grammar concepts. And I can also share one happiness, or I can say one experience with the phonics thing. When I was in Mozambique, we had initially started with the phonics for the students, and when they learned it, and since there was no English medium school, and I have taught over there, it was an American board. So when we had started teaching the students of all age group, like first we started focusing on them towards phonics only, because phonics should be clear with them, because the languages what they knew over there was only 2 languages. It was one was Portuguese, because it's a local language over there, and the mother tongue, because most of them are Gujarati over there. So Gujarati and Portuguese were only the 2 languages that the student was, familiar with. English they knew, but as we said, like YouTube and all, but suna to suna, nahi suna to nahi suna. It was like that. So for all the students, we had started, no, maybe whatever class, but with the very basic thing, because the base should be clear for the child when the child is learning English. So we had started phonics for each and every classrooms. So once they were, traveling after learning phonics and all, after few months, 3-4 months, when the elder ones were a little bit good with phonics, so we finished with them fast, and they were traveling with the parents, and there were signboards on the road. We know that on the roads there are many signboards. Now the child is trying to, break the words on the signboards and read it. Maybe they were not to that point, but they were trying to read it and try to understand what the word is or what is being written on the signboard. And the parent was so happy. They were very happy after seeing the child's effort, that, okay, after phonics, my first word that the child has started reading is from the signboard. And immediately the next day, they start coming to the school and they tell us, like, teacher, we are happy with you all, whatever you have taught our children. Why? What happened? No, yesterday we were traveling towards the beach side, and my child was trying to break the word and try to read it, whereas the other brother and sisters were trying to, help them to read the correct word, because they were more better than them. So that is how the phonics has helped, and we were also very happy. After, of course, it was a star on our shoulder, because after little bit of hard work, the child has started learning phonics and started reading, whereas before that the child was only with Portuguese language and Gujarati language. Now coming towards the language and phonics, which was helping them to read and write. Now they have grown big. Now they've turned to their own professions. Like some have become engineers, some have gone into business people, and many other things. So this is how it helps. Like this was just a moment which I wanted to share with you people, and it's really good thing for us being a teacher. And if something good happens to our students, and it's really a star on our shoulder. So now again, coming back to y'all, I have spoken a lot. Now I want you all to speak. I want you all to tell me what have you learned from today's session? Was there anything good that you learned about the session, or is there something more you want to learn about it? Because we had two things to be discussed today. It was one was English and one was phonics. So I think I have tried my best to cover most of the points uh, in half an hour's time. Maybe not giving a proper justice to it, but yes, I would still like to listen from you all now. At least for the last 5 minutes, let's have an interaction thing. If you have any queries, if you have any doubts, if you want to know something more about it, come on. Nobody? Yes, Anamika, Rajini.
Hi, ma'am. I just have one question, and I just want from your experiences, what would be. So I have seen like there can be a debate. So when we are introducing alphabets, so is it okay to introduce sound as well, or we have to wait? We should wait ideally for a year or so after the students are very good in identifying the alphabets and then introduce the sound. So what is ideally preferred? Because it goes with a debate. Some people say that you can like you can say A and then act together. Otherwise, identify
Right.
and then say.
Okay. Like now I can tell you my experience, or the way I was being taught in that school, whereas I said that I was teaching in an American board. So how they teach over there is like we first start with the alphabets directly, and then we move towards the phonic sounds. But there it was not like this. There we used to start with the alphabets and with the sounds together. Like again, coming back to the lesson plan, the lesson plan used to be done in that way only. Like the alphabets and the sounds with their images will be going together hand in hand. Like A says A, like pointing out towards the A chart, and A says A. And over there, we used to teach capital letters and small letters at the same time. So maybe not for writing, but when it is coming to recognizing, we used to teach them both. But when it's to come for writing part, then first we used to finish with capital A, and then we used to start with small letter A. So that goes hand in hand. Again, we are not wasting our time to teach from A to Z the capital alphabets and then teaching them small alphabets. No, we used to do it in that way because the plan was made in accordingly. And over there, one this thing we had, like, our principal my director used to always tell us, like, okay, this is the portion given for y'all. And now in this, you see how the changes you can make, or what changes can be done where the child is more getting occupied with the things and learning also, and getting things new added also to the portion. So then we used to have a lot of discussion, like what can be done, what can be added for this, how can we do it more. Because over there we had teachers coming from all over the place. We had teachers coming from Philippines, India, from India also, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore. So many teachers used to come. We had many teachers coming down. So everybody had their own experiences, and gathering all the experiences together, so we used to come to a conclusion saying that no, okay, we can try out this. That we used to discuss with the director, and the director, once she is concerned with it, she used to show us a green signal, and then we used to work accordingly. But coming to your point, Harsha, it is like always better, like saying the alphabet and saying the sound hand in hand will help the child more better.
No, but
Instead of
because
first, yeah.
that's what I feel so. But it's quite debatable. Some people say don't do that, and some people say, but I prefer that when I say apple, apple, like that.
correct. Because see, once you teach the alphabets, then you are teaching the sound. Again, the child is confused. अरे ये हो क्या रहा है? So when you're teaching A, make it a point, you say the sound immediately. Okay, now we are going to learn the sound of A. But when you're saying the sound of A, let that be something like, what is the meaning of sound? So tell them the meaning of sound first. So how could you say the meaning of sound? What is sound? What is sound?
What is sound? That is, we say, like, this is A. It sounds as
Right.
A, sounds as A. Kind of that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then A says A for apple, A for ant, A for anchor, A for aeroplane. So then immediately out of the four, एक तो उसके दिमाग में जाएगा, चारों के चारों नहीं जाएगा, जब तक तुम रोज प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे तब तक. But one time will be there, he will be able to say everything together in one shot because he is practicing it daily. So this practice, don't leave it, come what may, because this my experience for these many years with phonics and being with the school, it has helped. Because first, then again moving towards the time management, you are wasting your double time and double energy. अरे अभी मुझे A to Z हो गया, वापस मुझे A to Z मुझे phonics सिखाना है और उसके बाद मुझे वापस उसके पिक्चर्स भी सिखाने हैं. नो नो नो, लेट इट गो ऑल हैंड इन हैंड. आज एक हफ्ते में 5 अल्फाबेट्स होते हैं, 3 अल्फाबेट्स होते हैं, होने दो. No problem. We have an entire year to go along with, or whatever your time chart is. But let it happen accordingly. Let it go hand in hand. Only then it will be very good. And
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Because I too was having very confused about it. People say कि नहीं, आप A for apple ऐसा सिखाओ, say B for ऐसा सिखाओ. Because but when I taught my daughter when she was in school, I tried the same way. Like A for apple, she says cat, cat. So emphasizing on the sound for twice, cat. So that way she also it helped her to recognize the sounds very easily, and it eventually helped them form her own words.
Exactly. Now giving an example of cat, C. Now C and K are having same sounds.
Same sound. Yes.
So then how will you differentiate?
Yeah, then we have to, then it comes on another level, like hard C sound. Yeah.
The K is a soft sound. Now see, we were talking about soft and hard sounds. So now here you are. So C is a soft sound for cat, and K for kite, king, K for keg, K for key. It's a long sound. It's a hard sound.
Long sounds. Yes.
Right. So it is a hard sound. So like this, you have to, because see, now the child will be confused. You're saying C is also K is also then how?
Yeah.
Right. So then here you have to tell the child, no, this C is soft. It is K. K sound K. You have to stress. When you say it becomes a hard sound. When you're saying it's soft, it's K. So then that's how the child will remember the hard sound, the soft sound, and it becomes easy for the child to remember.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for all your input.
Ma'am, one question.
Yes,
I want to
Rajini,
ask one question.
Yes, ma'am.
If I am teaching in English period, the phonic sound, right? But in EVS, when I am teaching EVS, there is a topic, small family and big family. And kids have to learn father, mother, son, daughter, like. So how can I teach them? With phonic sound, or directly I should write the spelling on the board?
No, phonics can be used in each and every subject. It's not necessary that phonics has to be used only for English. See, because spellings they have to learn for all the subjects, whether it is English, whether it is history, geography, whether it is EVS, whether it is science, right? They have to write the spelling. So make it a habit for them also that they are into the practice of phonics. Phonics is not only for English. It is for all the subjects, right?
But so, they are learning right now in senior KG like A-E-I-O-U. That's it, phonics. And in EVS portion, they have the lots of spellings like sense organ, family.
So how come? Right now, if at times if phonics is not working, Okay, one more, another simple remedy or an easy remedy, what I can tell you all is, okay, अभी phonics नहीं हो रहा है, या तो टाइम मैच नहीं हो रहा है, या तो नहीं हो रहा है, वर्ड्स बड़े बड़े हैं, break the words. Teach them to break the words. Like if it is a 5-letter word, if it is a 5-letter word, underline the first 3 letter and next 3 letter, or make it more simpler. Make it 2, 2, and 1, depending on your child, how the child is.
Yeah, I'm
And
doing that.
the
That's
child.
why I just want to ask that
will
I'm
also
teaching right or wrong.
right. That will be, and then again there is phonic sounds. When you break the words, automatically there is phonics. Then it will become more easy for the child, instead of getting directly into the phonics for the EVS and for other things. Then if you're breaking the words, underlining the words, and telling them, okay, this is the word and this is, so what is the sound now? Tell. Now what is the sound? Tell. Now what is the sound? Tell. So automatically the spelling is there in the mind, and automatically he is reviewing the spelling in his mind. So then there you don't have to, but I would suggest for the other subjects also, where and when necessary, use phonics. बिकॉज स्पेलिंग्स तो उनको सब जगह लिखना है, आंसर्स तो उनको सब जगह लिखना है, ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ इंग्लिश के लिए लिखना है, राइट? सो दे हैव टू
My question was in starting they
Your
are
voice is
learning
breaking up.
only A sound and E sound right now in July month. In EVS portion they have the big spelling.
Which spellings? No, can you please repeat me the question, what you were, because it was breaking. Your voice was breaking a lot.
I was asking that in July month portion, they are learning only A sound or E sound, right? But in
All the
EVS portion, they have
big words, right?
spelling like.
For EVS
Whereas
only,
the
I'm telling you for EVS only. For EVS, you said they have big words, right? Big words are there. So break down the words and give them. वही मैंने example बोला कि अगर if the words are with 5 letters, break it either by 3 and 2 or 2, 2 and बीच में एक लाइन करके देखो कि भाई ये तुमको हाउस है, HOUSE, ओके? या तो HO को अंडरलाइन करो, या तो HOU को अंडरलाइन करो, या तो HO अंडरलाइन करो, USE अंडरलाइन करो, use तो दे नो. Underline the word use, let HO be together, then say it in that way. So that will help them. That will help them. See it will help. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else? Nobody? Yes, Harsha, Madhu, Shubhangi. Nobody? All clear? All is well?
Yeah, but I would definitely connect to you if I have any doubt, ma'am. That's what I wanted to tell you. Any point?
No, we will surely request Neeta ma'am to again have some sessions on the same topics where we can spend more time, and not on a Zoom call, but having it face to face, so that when we are face to face, I feel your queries will be more and the understanding will be more. Now everybody
I
is
think
hiding.
more sessions we can have, like what you suggested, soft V, hard C, silent sounds, because these are see A to Z के sounds तो आपको आ जाते हैं, लेकिन important है ना कि when it is spelling formation, when we have to make them understand for higher kids, when it comes to higher kids, that this is soft and this has to be silent, then हमको खुद को भी वो अच्छे से आना चाहिए. So for us, like who have been for a longer period of time, then no, but the new people has to be there. Yeah, some session I would definitely recommend. Yeah.
Yes, sure. We will surely request Neeta ma'am, and I think Neeta ma'am is also there. I will again request her from my side, also from my end, ki ma'am, please have a session again, but let's have it face to face somewhere in a place where everybody can come together and have it for a more longer time. Instead of 1 hour, we'll have it for more longer time where we can spend more time. And like again said yesterday, having sharing your experiences, it becomes more better, right? because everybody has their own experience. So even if I am in this field for the last more than 15 years, but my experiences, your experiences might come up with something good and which will really help the students, the school to come up with something nice, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
our motive is to upbring the students in a more better way, in a more easy way, right? Chalo. So should I take a leave from you all now?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
all the
I'm done
queries?
with the questions. Yeah, I'm done with the questions for now, but I would definitely love to connect with you.
Sure. Neeta ma'am is there always. She has my number. Anybody, or as I said again, we can have again a session together and we can stay tuned with each other. Maybe not only for phonics, but for English also, because as I said, I'm an English trainer also. I do give do sessions for IELTS, English, communication, soft skills. I'm into lot many things. So it could really be good to again see you all live in person, not in a Zoom call live. Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you Neeta ma'am for giving me an opportunity to be with such a wonderful people around. And I would
Thank you
again
so much.
Thank you so much.
thank you,
Thank you,
Sajid.
ma'am.
To just have a session again one-on-one with them in person whenever you are comfortable with and wherever you are comfortable with. I would really love to meet everyone in person. Thank you everyone and good luck for your future.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you
Same
so
to you.
much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Chalo.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye.